Good morning. I have a great class this morning. Okay, let's stand, heels together, toes apart. Let's get centered for the practice. Feel the flats of the feet on the mat, firming up the legs. Begin the Ujjayi breathing, in and out through the nose, creating an ocean sound breath. Already becoming aware as you inhale and the lungs fill. Notice the rib cage lift away from the hips, the crown of the head reach for the ceiling. On exhale, just notice yourself going inward, away from all external distractions. Again. On exhale, the consciousness is drawn inward. Go into salutation pose. Down on the knees, firm up the pelvic floor, navel to spine. We'll come down so that we roll onto the crown of the head, lifting the feet. Ujjayi breath. Notice where the crown of the head touches the mat. Place your focus there. It's a salutation pose. We're saluting, paying salutations to the highest part of our being, what we might call our soul. Setting an intention to take infinite care of the body. Setting an intention during this practice to be completely focused on the practice so that we can get in touch with our soul during the practice. Moving away from identification with all those external thought forms, all the stuff that bombards us from the media, all the distractions that encourage the crazy monkey mind. But instead focused on the soul, so we can let love and bliss come to the forefront. We can see that in everyone else. Lower the feet, bottom of the toes on the mat, come up to sit on the heels. And come to standing for the sun salutation. Heels together, toes apart. Take the arms over the head, palms together. With each chant, feel the vibration that you create in the throat. Allow it to resonate through all the cells of the body, bringing all those cells to a higher vibration. Together. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Forehead. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Throat. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Heart. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Navel. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Hands up and down, hands at the crown. Om Kriya Bhavaji Namaha. Salutation, lifting the feet, engaging the bandhas. Om Kriya Bhavaji Namaha. Hands forward, right knee forward, lift the chest. Place your inner gaze right at the forehead center. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. Take 2 breaths here, Ujjayi breath. Moving to downward dog. Start high on the toes with your tailbone, really lifting and reaching for that ceiling. Gripping the mat with your fingertips with the palms of your hand, then lower the heels towards the mat. Maybe they can touch the mat. Together. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. 2 breaths here. Making that hissing sound in the throat, that Ujjayi breath. And down flat on the belly. Firm up the legs and inner thighs, elbows close to the rib cage. Peel the chin up. Chest up, toes and head reaching in opposite directions. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. 2 breaths. Lower the chin down to the mat, bottom of the toes on the mat, lift the pelvis up, take the navel, draw it towards the spine. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. 2 breaths here, Ujjayi. Lowering back down, top of the feet on the mat, peel back up. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. 2 breaths here. When you chant, chant loud and proud so you can let that vibration resonate through the whole body. The downward dog. Heels towards the mat, together. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. 2 breaths. Left knee forward, right leg back, lift the chest. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. 2 breaths here. The chant is an important part of the recipe. Chant with aspiration to communicate, to call out to your highest self. Left knee back into salutation pose, lifting the feet. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. Come right up on the knees, hands at the crown. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. Standing, thumbs at the navel. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. Heart. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. Throat. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Forehead. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Hands above. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Now cross the thumbs, open the hands, face the sun. We'll rotate clockwise. Song of Sun Worship. Deepam Jyoti Parabraman, Deepam Sarvam Tamovagan, Deepane Satyate Sarvam, Nadipam Namostude, Kaladipam Namostude, Uchidipam Namostude, Santyadipam Namostude, Nisidipam Namostude, Andudipam Namostude, Ahimsadipam Namostude, Asanadipam Namostude, Pranadipam Namostude, Dhyanadipam Namostude, Jnanadipam Namostude, Mantradipam Namostude, Bhaktidipam Namostude, Avajidipam Namostude, Anadipam Namostude, Amadipam Namostude, Yogadipam Namostude. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, arms by the side. Maybe palms together, heart center, namaskar. Giving thanks to that which holds us up, keeps us in place, and keeps us safe. Okay, some hip opening. Butterflying the knees. So I've had friends ask, what do you do? Why do you practice yoga? What is this yoga you do? You do like you say mantras, you do chanting, all this stuff that we don't see so much in the American yoga studios. You know, what's the point of it? Left leg out in front, right knee out to the right. Lift and drop that right knee. One way to explain it is it's a matter of yoga could be called a way of changing your perspective. We all know that on any given day, at any given time, for any different person, that we can all have different perspectives or a different filter on what's happening in life. Rotating that lower right leg. So one analogy I've said is, what if you could view life, maybe yoga could help us do this, what if you could view life from that perspective of big circles now, like imagining you're out in the wilderness, gone on a big hike, you climbed a tall mountain, and you look out over this beautiful view, and you just feel completely connected with everything. You're like, wow, look at that. Or for moms, maybe that feeling of love, complete, deep, selfless love, big stretch. For dads too, when we looked into our child's eyes for the first time, into the baby's newborn's eyes, it's just a complete sense of selfless love, overwhelming love, where You're not wanting anything, not striving for anything. It's not a give and take type of love, just pure, deep love. Or maybe the perspective of the elite athlete, or surfer, mountain biker, when they talk about getting into the flow, where they're performing it at an elite level, but once again, they're not striving for anything. They're literally just, it's almost like they're watching themselves participate in this flow at complete ease, big circles. Well, I guess the one benefit you could think of with yoga is these, the great enlightened ones have described similar states, just navigating everyday life with this feeling of being in the flow, in love. Wow, look at that. Big stretch. And as they do this, they're able to share that with others, serve humanity. And live in a state of ease. So we can get somewhat close to that today. I'd say what we want to do is completely just be the practice, whatever we're doing right now. Try to soak yourself in the practice. Be nothing but the practice today. Okay, let's warm up for the shoulder stand. Lying on the back. Important part of being immersed in our practice is using our drishti, or inner gaze. So place that inner gaze, that point of focus on the toes right now. We're just opening and closing the toes. We're more able to immerse ourselves in the practice when we have a calm mind. So make sure you're using ujjayi breath. Hissing sound in the throat calms the mind. Now, wave the feet towards and away from the face. Listen to the ujjayi breath in the background. Turning the head gently side to side. Now ankle circles. Notice those toes moving in the same direction, creating circles. Ujjayi breath. Change directions with the feet. Keep circling. Keep right back. Now let the feet come down to the mat, heels close to the butt. For the shoulder stand. If you don't want to go all the way up, simply lay on the back with the feet straight up. Just engage Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Those going up, roll to the left, tuck the right arm in close to the body. Roll to the right, tuck the left arm in close, lift the chin. Notice the back of the head, gently pressing into the mat. Engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Roll up and support the lower back. Keep the chin lifted. Let those feet, the balls of the feet, reach towards the ceiling. Draw the toes back towards the face. Notice the pelvic floor, engage it like you're doing a Kegel squeeze. Navel's drawn to the spine with the upper and lower abdominals engaged. There's a lot of physical effort here. No pain. If there's any pain, we go out a little bit, adjust. Go to the previous stage on the floor with your legs straight up. Use the Ujjayi breath here. This is all members pose, shoulders down. There's a lot of effort here. With the Ujjayi breath, there's an inner softening. There's a calmness to the mind. Practicing these postures, we bring the body and mind, the vital body, all into alignment, put them at ease, put them in harmony so we can operate from a calm perspective of love, beauty, and ease. If that's not what you're after, that's okay. You're still getting a healthy, strong immune system, strong physical body from the practice as well. Bend the legs, bring the knees close to the forehead. Slowly roll out one vertebra at a time. Slowly letting those legs descend to the floor. When the heels touch, completely relax. Let the legs flop open, feet flop open. Big inhale. Exhale, just sink into the mat, letting go of all tension. Just notice the effect. Simply notice the effect. Let the witness, consciousness come to the forefront. Just let it observe sensations in the body. Take the arms over the head, big stretch, inhale. Exhale, sit up, touching the toes. Next is fish pose. Go into, I have a bad knee, so I can't go into full lotus, but full lotus would be if you could put each foot on top of the opposite thigh, kind of like this. If there's any pain, you don't do it. So easy cross-legged pose is just as good. Remember, never any pain. Don't force yourself in. Hands on the hips. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Lift it. That's Mula Bandha. Navel drawn to the spine. Forward fold. Little Kriya movements. Allowing yourself to come to the floor, letting the hips open, the IT bands open. Come back up. Go on or back. Let those legs, invite them to ease them to the floor. Hands below the butt on the back of the legs, using the elbows. Lift that chest up. Head come back. You can always place a prop, rolled up blanket or a cushion behind the heart. If you need assistance, lifting the chest. Now, notice the arch in the spine. Relax the legs. Let's squeeze the pelvic floor. Lift it. Strong Kegel contraction. Navel drawn to spine. Chest lifting. Head pressed into the mat, creating an arch in the spine. If it hurts the neck, don't arch the neck so much. Go more on the back of your head. Press the back of the head into the mat. Build up the strength in the neck. Ujjayi breathing is quiet and subtle here. Lifting that chest, supporting this arched spine with Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Chest lifting, head pressed into the mat. Notice how with each exhale, you're noticing that inner calmness of the body. The body's working hard to hold the arch, but there's an inner softening. The mind's becoming calm. Each exhale, you begin to move towards a point of stillness in the posture. Take a moment with the drishti inside the skull to just notice that calm, peaceful space. It's a vast, light-filled space inside the skull. And prepare for your exit, protecting the neck. Place the hands below the butt on the back of the legs. Press the elbows, gently lift up and lower. Tuck the chin to the chest. Take hold of the shins or the toes if you're in full lotus. We'll do spinal rocking. Let the spine be soft, relaxed as you rock back and forth. Keep the chin tucked to the chest so you protect the neck. And on the next rock, rock up to sitting. Place your hands on your knees. Take just one moment to notice the effect. And take Shavasana, lay on your back, wiggle the hips, do whatever you need to do to let go of all tension. Take a big inhale. On exhale, let all that tension go. Notice the body just sinking into the mat. Notice how with the complete relaxation of the body, you have a calm mind. And simply just notice the effect. Just be the effect of the posture. Take the arms over the head, big stretch, inhale. Exhale, come up to sitting. Touch the toes and come to standing. Heels together, toes apart. Okay, arms over the head. Feet hip-width distance apart. This is standing crane. You want firm legs. Legs can have a slight bend in them. Let the tailbone go towards the back wall as you fold forward. And you feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Do little Kriya micro movements. Kriya movements. Action with awareness. Noticing where the area of tension is in the back of the legs. Come up a little bit. And fold forward, interlace the fingers, invert the palms to the floor. Let the head just hang off that completely relaxed neck. More little Kriya movements. These palms pulsing towards the floor. Check in with Mula Bandha. Make sure it's engaged. Uddiyana Bandha. It's navel to the spine. It's engaged. Release the hands. Let's all do a deep knee bend. Belly on the thighs. Chest on the knees. Take hold of the heels. And straighten those legs just till you feel the stretch in the hamstring. Pause there. Inhale, in the tension. Exhale, squeezing the bandhas. Feel the tension release. Again, directing that breath on the inhale right into tension. In the back of the legs. On exhale, noticing the tension release. There's no pulling with the hands. We're simply using the breath and gravity, the release of tension to move further into the posture. Very important to hold the bandhas. It's Mula Bandha, that Kegel squeeze. Uddiyana Bandha, navel drawn to the spine. Bandhas are always engaged, but try squeezing them, tightening them a little bit more on the exhale. Feel the tension release with that. Ujjayi breath, it's a hissing sound in the throat. Release the hands from the heels. Take the straight arms, reach them out over the top of the mat. One big inhale, come up. Reaching for the ceiling. And release the arms down, heels together, toes apart. And notice the effect. Calm mind. Upper body might feel a sense of lightness, expansion. You might see light, sense of ease. Okay. Come on the belly for bow pose. Okay. Start to kick the feet so the heels come close to the butt. Notice the movement in the knee joints, how with each kick it becomes more free. Notice the front of the legs warming up, hip flexors warming up. Still a Ujjayi breath we're creating in the throat, breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, if you can't take hold of both ankles at the same time, just place one arm across the mat in front of you to lift the upper body and take hold. We'll do this on each side while the rest of us practice this bow, taking hold of both ankles, press the pubic bone into the mat. See if you can have the knees pointed straight back. As we inhale, kick into the hands. Heart opens, upper body lifts, shoulders drawn back, exhale down. Ujjayi breath. Inhaling up, exhale down. We want the upper body to lift more than the knees. The legs, the knees stay relatively close to the mat. And Inhale up. Perfectly coordinating breath with movement. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Ujjayi breath sound. On the next inhale up at the top, just hold and breathe there. Now we'll begin to rock forward and back in the soft part of the belly. Getting a nice massage of those abdominal organs. Now rock side rolls, right side to side. Let the shoulder open up. If it feels good, you can pause as you're on your shoulder. Arch the head back, kick the feet into the hands. And try that on the other side. Lying on the shoulder, arch the head back, kick into the hands, open that shoulder. Back and forth a couple more times. Come to center. Kick, lift, breathe, high as you can. Ujjayi breath. And lower down, wiggle the hips, big toes together, heels flop open. Turn the head to the side. Just sink into the mat. Take a big, giant inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, letting go of all tension. Surrender to gravity. Melt into the mat. Turn the head to the opposite side, take the other cheek. Head back to center, push up on all fours. Let the back come back to the heels or between the heels for child's pose. If there's any tension in the back, try releasing it by tightening Mula Bandha, taking navel to the spine here in child's pose. Moving to downward dog, starting high on the toes, and then the heels coming down to the mat. Still Mula Bandha engaged, Uddiyana Bandha engaged. It's that pelvic floor and abdominal region. Walking the feet forward, come to standing, heels together, toes apart. Try lifting those shoulders up towards the earlobes. Draw the shoulders back, then lower. Perfectly stacked up to gravity above the feet. Just notice the effect. As we completely immerse ourselves in this practice, notice this deep sense of calm in the mind, sense of well-being. Okay, on our back for half shoulder stand, topsy-turvy. Do a little work on our heart region. First, wiggling the toes. All you are wiggling toes right now. Opening and closing the toes. Now those feet are waving back and forth towards and away from the face, gently letting the head turn side to side as we do this. Still breathing in and out through the nose, Ujjayi breath. Head to center and ankle circles. Circling those 2 feet, both of them moving in the same direction in unison. Still Ujjayi breath, hissing sound in the throat. Change directions with the feet. Let those feet come down, heels close to the butt. Roll to the left, tuck the right arm in. Roll to the right, tuck the left arm in. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, as we roll the lower body up, cradling the hips with the hands. Legs are straight and firm at a 45-degree angle to the floor. They meet the torso or the upper body at a 90-degree angle, right at the hips, chin slightly lifted, back of the head's gently pressing into the mat. The Kegel exercise, that squeeze, lift of the pelvic floor, is called Mula Bandha. Do that now. Take the navel, draw it towards the spine. With upper and lower abdominals slightly contracted, that's called Uddiyana Bandha. Hold the bandhas. Notice the Ujjayi breath sound. Notice what part of the upper body bears the most weight. Where is the most weight pressing into the floor? Adjust the legs either a little further forward or back to get it, that weight to coincide with the heart center. With each Ujjayi breath, the mind becoming more calm, more still. You can allow yourself at the center of your mind to travel deep within the heart. Simply be there. As you serenade yourself with the Ujjayi, the sweet Ujjayi breath sound, just be in the heart. And bend the legs, let the knees come towards the head as you slowly, carefully roll out one vertebra at a time. When the butt touches down, the feet are pointed toward or reaching to the ceiling. Try turning your head to the side, back and forth once. Then letting those legs slowly descend towards the mat. Only do this if the back feels good. Otherwise, go right into Shavasana. All of us, when the heels touch, immediately relax, legs flop open. Wiggle the hips, sink into the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, letting go of all tension. Just sink into the mat. And simply notice the effect. Take the arms over the head, stretch hands and feet in opposite directions. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Touch the toes. Each time in Shavasana, If we witness the effect, we're beginning to come closer to realizing our true self, our true nature. It's called self-realization. Place the hands below the butt for half fish. Firm up the legs. Slowly come back, lifting the chest. Head touches the mat. All we want to do now is become an arched spine. Arch that spine. Squeeze Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha to support it. Supporting that arched spine, lifting the chest, back of the head pressed into the mat. Visualize, feel, become that arched spine. Ujjayi breath, you're breathing arched spine. Legs can be firm or relaxed as long as you engage in Mula Bandha. Sometimes it's easier to hold Mula Bandha if you keep the legs firm. You're this arched spine. On the inhale, notice the breath. Move from the base of the spine all the way up. Exhale, let the breath pour into the head. Do that again. Inhale, draw the breath up this arched spine. Exhale, pour it into the head. Take the palms together and tap the chest. Arms can come down to the side now. Place the hands below the butt on the back of the legs. Prepare for an exit. We're protecting the neck here, being gentle. Gently lift up, out, ease down into Shavasana. Wiggle the hips. Feet flop open, palms open to the ceiling. Do whatever you have to do to let go of all tension. Big, giant inhale. Exhale, just sink into the mat. Take the arms over the head, big stretch, inhale. Exhale, come up to sitting, touch the toes, cross the feet in front of you and come to standing with heels together, toes apart. And notice the effect. Next, we'll go right, and we went really deep with these postures. So now it's time for Purna Shanti Shavasana. And a brief meditation afterwards. Wiggle the hips, completely relaxed. Start by gently turning the head side to side. Notice the entire surface area of the head, just gently rotating back and forth through space. Head back to center. Right hand, open it as wide as you can. Stretch the skin in the palm. Thumb in the palm, make a tight fist. Whole right arm is tense and lifting. Inhale. Exhale, drop the arm. Bending the right elbow, forearm lifts and drops. Whole right arm floats up and drops. Left hand, open it as wide as you can, stretching the skin in the palm. Thumb in the palm, make a tight fist, whole left arm lifting, tense, inhale. Exhale, drop it. Bending the left elbow, the forearm lifts and drops. Whole left arm floats up and drops. The right toes, open and close the toes. Open and close, open and close. Exaggerate the movement. Feel the whole right leg moving. Inhale. Exhale, release that right leg. Relax it. The left toes, open, close, open, close. Exaggerate the movement. Inhale. Exhale, release that left leg. Now butterfly the feet. Open and close the feet. Big toes and knees come together. And the outside of the foot hits the floor. Go a little bit faster. Keep going till we feel some fatigue. And those muscles rotating the legs. Keep going a little faster. Big inhale. Exhale, let them flop open. Notice the tingling in the hips, the heavy legs. That right heavy leg, use your willpower, lift it up an inch or two and drop it. Left leg so heavy, but you lift it up an inch or two and drop it. And body's completely relaxed. Now for the universal peace mantra. Big inhale. Shanti, 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 Shalom, Satnam Sadhu, Tao among spirit, Swami Kami, Amen, Amen, Omen Selah, Hum, For 1 minute, simply be still. Okay, gently come up to sitting, comfortable sitting position. in a comfortable position and close the eyes. Place the palms together with thumbs at the heart center. This is a mudra, psychoenergetic gesture. Let's get in tune with our deepest, truest core of our being. Notice the effect from the practice. Notice the calm mind, sense of well-being, joy, of bliss. And bring into the mind's eye a picture of whatever represents truth, beauty, love, and light for you, all that you aspire to be. Get a sense of feeling for that. Visualize that image. Just allow yourself to be immersed in that image. Just notice the image, notice the feeling. Let all your awareness be immersed in this image, in this feeling. And knowing that this is the truth of who you are at your core, aspire to be that. And have a great day. Namaste. Thanks for joining. We'll see you later. Have a good one.